everyone. So we are back for episode 23. That means square 23 of my catch-up for my knit along squares. And I went and grabbed my Tad Along so that I could fill in all of my temperatures on my knit along. So now I'm all cut up on my June temperatures, and I am, of course, like teaching lots of places, and I'm getting ready to vend lots of places, and we're doing a lace retreat. Yes, a lace retreat, so please tell your friends. atwistedpicot.com lace retreat in Baraboo, Wisconsin, September 9th through 11th. Should be a ton of fun. We're gonna have 4 knitting classes. There's classes in tatting, Mediterranean knotted lace, basic Irish crochet. So we have a ton of things planned. It should be a lot of fun. And anyway, that's taking up a lot of my time right now. And then so I'm super behind. I am super behind. So I'm trying to catch up. So we're going to do episode 23, week 23 square, and we are going to be playing with fun cables. Now I did go ahead and chart out 3 different stitch patterns. So we're going to get 3 different stitch patterns done. Hopefully soon, and then I've got to go back to the drawing board and go ahead and chart a few more of those stitch patterns so I can make some more squares. But this week we are looking at episode 23, square 23. My high was 79, which means that we are once again using the lovely Blue Moon colorway right there. And I went ahead and grabbed that. So remember, we're using the cotton, the Mian cotton, lovely fingering weight stuff, and a US 3 needle. So we started off with my pattern for the black sheep blanket along this guy, but that one called for US 4 and a slightly thicker yarn. So remember, we changed it because you can do that. It's totally fine. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the lovely Blue Moon and my size 3 needles and take a look at our chart. So I'm gonna turn the camera down. Alrighty, so we are looking at this chart here. So this is just a cable and a little dab of sort of barring, sort of a barred ribbing stitch. And we're going to cast on 32 stitches for this one. These are things that we've done already. So this is just a 2/2 cable with some pearls and some knits in it. And we will repeat the stitches between those red bars 2 times and repeat, I think we'll have to repeat the entire chart 6 times in order to make a square. But of course, until I knit it, I don't absolutely know that, because the goal is, of course, to just make a square with our, with our little knitted squares. I say square a lot in these videos, don't I? So anyway, I like to use a long tail cast on. It's something I'm comfortable with. If you want to use a different cast on, go right ahead. 6, 7, and we need to get all the way up to 32 stitches. So that's 10, and then 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 26, 30, 31, and 32. So there we go. I'm up to my 32 stitches with my long tail cast on. It really doesn't take that long to cast on when you've been doing it for a while. I realized I've been knitting since 2002, so it's been 20 years that I have been knitting and crocheting, and I learned tatting the year after, so I guess it's 19 years for that. But anyway, all right, so we have cast on our 32 stitches, and we're going to repeat the stitches between the parentheses or the red bars 2 times and repeat the entire chart 6 times. So let's get started here. First row is pretty simple. It's just slip a stitch, and then we are going to purl a stitch, knit 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4, purl a stitch, knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then purl a stitch, knit, and remember we're going back to the beginning here of our repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4 knits, a purl, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1 little purl to finish this off. 4 knits, because this is going to make the basis for our cable again. And then we're going to purl 1, knit 1 at the very end of our row. So just a very basic, very basic section. And then remember on the back side that we slip that first stitch and we do the reverse of whatever is shown. So you would knit 1 and then purl 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 1. Now we're going to get back into that repeat again. So we're going to purl 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 4, 2, 3, and 4, knit 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, knit 1. Because remember, we've gone into that second repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, knit 1, and then again we have to remember to purl that last stitch on the back side because we have to take care of our slipped stitch. And then trying to turn around, I dropped some stitches. Dropping stitches is not that big a deal. You just go in and you pick them all back up. And a lot of times if you're careful and gentle, you can pick right back up where you left off. There we go. And it'll look just fine. So don't panic when you have to pick up those stitches. Okay, and then row 3, we're going to do the same thing here. So slip 1, purl 1, and then knit 4, 2, 3, and 4. Purl 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Purl 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, purl 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Purl 1, 1, 2, 3. Here's one I didn't quite get the stitch completed. When that happens, just pull your yarn over. 4, purl 1, knit 1. We're just having all kinds of fun little tutorials today. All right, now on this row, on row 4, we're doing something just a little bit different. So we're going to slip 1, knit 1, purl 4, knit 1, and then knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, knit 1 again. Because what we're doing is we are putting in those little garter ridges in our ribbing, because this is actually a sort of a cable and garter ridge ribbing. So instead of doing what we've been used to when we hit this section, so I've slipped 1, knit 1, purled 4, knit 1, so I'm right here. I need to knit those 6 stitches that I have been purling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm going to knit 1 because we've established that that is the little bar between our sections, and then purl 4 again because this is our cable area. Knit 1, and now we're going to go back to the beginning here, and we're going to knit those 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we'll knit the bar that is separating our cable and our garter ridge. Purl 4, knit 1, and purl 1. So that's the only real difference in this one, is you have to pay attention when you are switching between your stockinette and your garter sections. And you can see that nice little garter ridge is already developing right there in our knitting. So, all right, now row 5, we're going to do fun stuff here. We're going to slip 1 and purl 1, which gives us a little something to hold on to. And now we are going to do 2 over 2 right cross cables. So what do I mean? We're going to take the 2 stitches that are to the left and move them so that they are in front of the 2 stitches to the right. And in order to do that, I like to cable without a cable needle. And I stick my needle in through the front, so front to back. Well, front to front, really. I keep it on the front. Through the 2 stitches that are on the left, I'm going to grab the base of all of my stitches and pull them off at the same time. And then using the tip of my left needle, I'm going to pick up these 2 stitches that are kind of floating that were on the right and move them onto my left hand needle, and then swap the positions of the 2 stitches that were on the left. And then you just knit them as normal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we will purl 1 stitch, and now we're going to knit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, purl 1, and remember we're coming back to the beginning again. So we are going to do another one of these little cables, and this will draw your fabric in just a little bit, but again, it's not very much because these are kind of small cables and we aren't using too many of them. 3, 4, purl 1. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, purl 1. All right, and then this is our last cable. So again, we're going to go in the front of those 2 stitches on the left, grab the base of all of the stitches and pull them off. Place those right stitches back on the left hand needle this time. Move the stitches from the right to the left, and then knit 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, I love to cable without a cable needle. It makes it super fast, super easy. And there's our 3 little cables building up. This should be a super cute square when we're all done with it. All right, and then the back side, row 6, we will purl the 4 stitches across our cable, and then we're going to do that garter ridge again. So we need to remember to go ahead and knit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we'll knit our stitch before we get to the little cable rib, where we will purl, then we'll knit that stitch again, and then we're going to come back over here and repeat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, purl across our cable rib, knit 1 and purl 1, and there we are all the way through row 6 already. So I think I've shown you all of the really important pieces of this pattern. I'm going to go ahead and take off and go get this square knit, and when I come back I will have a whole square ready to show you. Okay, I am back with my week 22 square. So here we go, and I did not have to do 6 repeats of the chart as I thought. I only had to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 repeats of my chart because that was enough to make my square pretty square. And I know some of this is going to be blocking and we could pull it wider and bigger and whatever, but you know, that's always the goal, right? Is to knit the square to be square. So I'll make that note on my program on my computer so that it will say repeat chart 5 times instead of repeat chart 6 times. But we are all done with that week 22 square, which is fabulous, because it gets me just a little bit further caught up. And yeah, so now I have to do week 23. So look forward to more of our squares coming. I swear I'm trying to get all caught up. I think I'm still really far behind because I have week 23, 24, 25, and 26. Honestly, I'm still behind. So anyway, but hey, that's week 22, episode 22 of our knit along. So keep watching. I promise that they are coming. We're just doing tons of things right now, and IOLI, and yeah, there's all kinds of things going on. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. We are going to be playing with yet another little cable, and it should be a ton of fun. So please take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and craftually, and don't forget to subscribe, like the videos. Didn't quite get through it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure that you are liking our videos, that you're commenting, that you're sharing, that you are following us, that you've helped to get out the message that, hey, we are doing these fun videos, and that we have the knit-alongs, the tat-alongs, all of the fun things going on. Yeah, so just help us out with that. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all of those fun places. And please take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and craftually, as I like to say. Make sure that you're doing your 15 minutes of crafting every day. I know this took me more than 15 minutes, but it was really satisfying because it's just a little block and then it's done. And honestly, these can make really good little like facial washcloths too if you didn't want to do a blanket with them. But it's kind of fun because we're doing all these different patterns, so it gives us something to do. All right, I will see you guys next time. You have a really, really good day. Bye.